Hi there, welcome back to my channel. We're hitting the spring market here in Boise, so a lot of things that I'm hearing this week is, have I missed the market? And I'm here to tell you that right now things are really jumping in the spring market. We've got a lot of houses coming on the market. We've got a lot of houses coming on the market. Seen a lot of buyers out these last couple weekends. We got nicer weather, people are out moving around. And so though what I keep asking is, what prices? Are they going to skyrocket? Long and short, no, it's not going to crash, and no, it's not going to skyrocket. We are in a very stable market right now. It's tipping a little bit more towards the seller's market. We are seeing multiple offers in some situations, but in all, we are at a more sustained, that's what we call it. Sellers are getting what they're usually about 96 to 97% of what their asking price is, and buyers are having more choices, and we're seeing a lot of, on the buy side, more seller concessions. You know, sellers are willing to negotiate, and this is a great market to be in, because then everybody feels like it's fair, right? It's really hard to you know, when you're in a multiple offer situation, people feel like they lose out. And on the flip side, as a seller, you know, you feel like people are undercutting you, you know, by thousands and thousands. People feel like they're losing a lot of money. So this is actually a fantastic time to either buy or sell. On the buy side, again, like I said, we're seeing a lot more come on the market, and as well, we're seeing a lot more seller concessions. Sellers are negotiate more at the inspection, and or, you know, I haven't seen anything not appraised. I haven't heard of anything not appraising lately. So things are, you know, selling at value and what sellers are asking for. We are seeing a few in the lower price points, multiple offers, but over, like I said, sellers are getting to 97% of asking price, in some areas even more. And so on the buy side, it's a great time. Like I said, on the buy side, it's a great time to buy, because with those seller concessions, some sellers are actually asking, or I'm sorry, some sellers are giving. I have some open house I'm sitting this weekend where they're giving it back on the seller concession, meaning you'll get 2% of the asking price, or the price that you can put towards closing costs, or, as any would suggest, I would suggest strongly. So seeing here is with our percent seller concession, meaning they'll give you 2% of the purchase price that you can put towards closing costs, or I would highly suggest that you take that 2% and put it towards your interest rate. Is buying, they call it buying down the interest rate. Over 30 years, buying down that interest rate, say a point or a puff, is going to far exceed what you would use that 2% with your closing costs and get that money now, right? Much better spent doing a long-term rate buy down, for sure, without a doubt. You'll save tens, as opposed to, in this particular instance, $8,000 towards closing costs. You'll save tens of thousands. So you should have your agent, or I'm happy to explain it again if you want to write me or talk to me. But that tactic to use, that would be better, way better use of your money. Anyway, beat that horse to death. So on the sell side, what we're seeing is they're not flying off the shelf. This isn't $20. Need to be aware that you're entering a contest, right? So you want it needs to shine online. Your pictures need to be top-notch professional photos. Gone are the days of taking it with your phone. You cannot do that anymore. You want it as stage ready as you can get it, as close to staged as you can. I highly suggest, and price it well. I mean, that is huge. What I tell my sellers is, when you're selling, you want to price at the top of the market. That's fine for equity, right? However, if in 2 weeks we don't have an offer, then we're probably going to have to sit down and have another conversation about pricing, because that's how you monitor what's going on. Buyers are smart. They have all that information. Now you can get it all online, and you can make a very well educated, so as well with more inventory. So if you're not, they'll just move on. So you have to be competitive pricing. have to look great, and online. Those are the three things that you want to be sure you're aware of. Make sure your house outshines your competition. So in short, the market here in Boise is strong. We have a lot of big projects going on, so we still have a lot of people we have a lot of people moving here for a lot of the construction that's going on. You'll hear me talk about Micron building here. We have a small community college being built in the west end of Boise, as well as countless other projects going on, but those are just come to mind. So we have a tremendous amount of building going on in the area, so that's bringing a lot of construction jobs, but also tech jobs in the foreseeable future, engineering jobs. Meta in Kuna, the company to Facebook, built a 1 million square foot data. I mean, we just have some massive projects going on for Boise, which has been a sleepy little town, not forever, but up until about 10, 12 years ago, we were a pretty small, quaint town. We still have that small town feel. We still are pretty friendly, and people people tend to talk, right? And things come back to you still here. It's not that big a city where you can step on toes and not. Anyway, I don't want to get into that, but so if you're looking to sell, time. We got a lot of people still out there looking. Price your home right. Have it staged, have professional photos. If you're looking to buy, look for those seller incentives, as well as if you're considering a new construction. A lot of these big builders are looking to offer some compensation. Seek those out. It's money, time well spent, and in the long run, it's really going to help save you thousands. So if you want to, I am always happy to talk, as well. Descriptions below, and I'm going to put my Realine link in the description below, so you can have access to what's available to you in the Boise Treasure area. I hope to see you on the next one. If you like this, please like and subscribe. See you on the next one.